Okay, this is an ABTG match. I'm against Phil Leviathan. Um, he was talking about how good NEH was, and I wanted to show him up by playing 2-arm, which is my new favorite thing in all of Netrunner, basically. It's a Whizzard deck made by the big boy, which uses cutlery and Faust along with wild cakes to sort of do anarch things. Alright, so he fast advances an Astro script. I'm going to make him regret that by turntabling something. Watch. Nope, biotic labor. Alright. 2 credits. I don't think he can tag me on HQ. I think he's got a resistor or something. Yeah, wraparound. Alright, that's fine. So he's broke. He has a biotic, I know that. He doesn't have ice for R&D, so I'm going to keep checking R&D. DBS. I could trash the DBS, but I think what I'd rather do is gain credit, draw a card. Drawing a card just because, in general, the rule of thumb I really live by against NEH is draw more than you think you need. So it's more econ. You want to get all of your decks sort of in play and moving. I know he has the Astro script, and that's a problem. Okay, what do we got? New remote. That's probably the DBS we just saw off the top. This, okay, so one of these is the DBS for sure. One of them is something else. I just picked up Faust. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to check both remotes and then probably play Faust, depending on what's in the remotes. So let's see, server 3. I doubt either one's an agenda because he knows I have turntable and he doesn't want me to have that. Alright, Pat can stay. DBS is probably this one. Yeah. Trash that. Get the Faust into play. And I'm going to discard this I've Had Worse. Sort of counter the idea of draw more than you think you need against NEH, but I think given these cards, I've Had Worse is one I need the least. So sweeps, the remote, Jackson, draw. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to check R&D. I'd really like a David to be able to spoon this wraparound out of the way, or knifed it. I have the knifed. I just need to find David. And I can do that because I got daily cast. If I draw David on the wild side, I can just immediately take it, which would be great. Nope. You'd think, I'm trying to talk about it, trying to psych myself into making it happen. No such luck. Alright, R&D, let's see what we get. Little engine. Okay, so that's spooned when I get the chance. Run archives. Make Jackson go away, I assume. Oh, he lets me in. Okay, so what did we see? All of this. So we see a Sansan City grid, we see wraparound, we see sweeps. That's all fine. Interesting question of what to do with my cards here. I'm going to play the clone chip and let Wildside, discard Wildside. I could career fair out the Liberated to make sure there's no overdraw, but I think that puts my credits too low. I'd rather stay somewhat threatening. Right now from this position, if I draw David, I can kill either of these pieces of ice, which is really what I want. Alright, so now he's going to defend his pad. I think that's a waste. I think he's underestimating just how hard I can kill stuff. Okay, so there's my chronotype, which is great. Econ again. Probably should have killed Jackson there. That was a mistake. I probably should have definitely gone for Jackson instead of clicking deliberated twice. Should have hit it once and then gone for Jackson. You won't always utilize the Whizzard credits. Jackson probably would have disappeared when I ran at him, but better to sort of keep on the offensive. The longer Jackson stays in play, the better it is for the corp. Okay, new remote. Do we see a fast advance? Is this going to be the other biotic? We know there's a biotic that's come through. No, it's not the other biotic. So he's just going to try to click tax me and make me run different remotes. That's fine. This one's defended by something that's probably something worth noting. Let's go see if we can find what it is. Archangel would be my guess. No, resistor. Okay, so it's probably not very important then. We'll just check anyways though. One card to Faust. This will run pad campaign. Okay, that's fine. That pad can stay. Server 6 is. There's the Sand. I'm gonna get rid of this Sand just to reduce his fast advance options. Do that. Really need David. Really need David. There's the other pad. That's fine. I'll trash one of the pads next turn. He has the biotic. He's going to biotic out an Astro soon on me. I assume that's what he would do. That's the most reasonable thing. Yeah, there's the biotic, and this is probably an Astro script. So I really need to get into HQ and clear out agendas. So that's a Beal. Well, that's fine. That's still good for me because it means I can. I only need to turntable one agenda to really put him in a bad position. Server 3 now. Let's go trash this pad. Special offer. Okay. We're actually going to trash that. Or beat that. And liberated. He gets 1 credit on the pad, but I've kept his ability to sweeps down. It's not great right now. He'll probably put something back here to make me check and make me keep running through this. Again, need the David. Really need the David. Dilly cast and a muck isn't great. Here's what we'll do. Run archives, get myself a counter. There's no parasite here, right? Yeah. Okay, TBM on us, the Jackson. Oh, CVS is in there. Okay, so I got no counter. That's fine. Draw a card. Oh! There it is. Okay. Given that, I'm just going to go trash the pad. If he wants to get the agenda, if that's an agenda in there, then, you know, props to him for FAing it. Next turn, we go after HQ. And just credits. Perfect. Okay, so here's how this is going to go down. I'm going to run at Jackson. Make Jackson go away. Yep. Now I'm at David. And I'm going to Spooned at R&D, I think, is actually the right move. Because that way I can get my medium going and find stuff that way. Find a hedge fund. Not really happy about that. Let's check again, just in case. If we can find one more agenda, we're in a really good position. No, CVS. The exact opposite of what I want to find. The good news is R&D is clear, because he just pulled that hedge and I trashed the CVS, so I hit fresh cards as soon as I get there. The bad news is we lost all our virus counters, and that he still has an Astro token and some unknown road here. This is probably a pad or a Sand. Might be a Sand. If I get the chance, I might go check it with a Data Sucker counter, but I suspect I'm probably just going to be running. I'm going to try to do 2 rounds in R&D, and then liberated once and put my daily cast down. So he hedges, so he's not going to score something this turn. Put something down in R&D, expected. Put something behind the resistor. Okay. We want to go check what's behind the resistor. Alright, so let's take this. This is probably Archangel. Let's find out. Resistor. That's not... I'm going to get rid of the forked because NEH doesn't really have much in the way of sentries that I care about. Explodapalooza. Good. Turntable for Astro. So he has money, which is bad, but he doesn't have the Astro, which is good. Run server 7. I probably am not going to use this Larlo this turn, but let's go find out what's here. See if he was trying to sneak something by me. Breaking news. And turntable for the Beal. Now he's in really bad shape because I've now taken the point lead. He's at 3 points with no Astro tokens versus before we set 4-0 with an Astro token. This is really when Two Arm begins to shine. Next turn I'm going to knife that resistor in front of R&D and just keep hitting R&D. Anytime I find an agenda, if I find any of his 2-1s, I'm going to take his Explodapalooza. Turntable is probably the single best tech card. I've said a couple times, and I don't. This is maybe me being a little over the top dramatic, but I actually think that Turntable may be a stronger counter card to Fast Advance than Glot. Fast Advance really thrives on it has a lot of agendas because it wants small agendas, so it runs the 2-1, so you're looking at 10-12 agendas in the deck, which is a high ratio, and it really wants those Astro counters, or sometimes to be able to over advance a Beal and score that. That's not a threat you see often from NEH, but from Spark or Soul, the slightly more glaciary versions of NBN, you'll see that. And being able to threaten that, oh, if you try to over advance a Beal, I'm going to take it for all it's worth. And scores 15 minutes. Okay. Puts himself at 4 points. That's fine. I'm going to knifed R&D. Sansan. Yeah, share this. Keep it off the board. Quandary. Okay. Take one pick from Liberated and Master Script. Great. I have a nagging suspicion that is, let's see, Sansan is 6 to res, 5 to res, right? Yeah. I have a very nagging suspicion that this is a Sansan. I'm going to lose this Liberated just to check it. I'll regret that if, you know what, actually he can fire that thing. Or I could just try to win on R&D. He's at 4 points. He can't win next turn. I know that much. So let's do another R&D dig and just see what we get. Deal. GG. Lesson learned. Turntable is really strong against NEH. I'm going to cut the video here so that you have a good recording. And there may be more games to be added to this.